Hello and welcome back to the channel. 3 weeks ago I decided to participate in my very first hackathon. It was very interesting, very tiring. I filmed a vlog about it. Here it is.
Quack, 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 quack.
So this morning I worked for an hour and a half, 2 hours on the research I'm paid to do in weekdays, but because yesterday, Friday, we had the hackathon, I couldn't work and my supervisor wants me to catch up on the work I haven't done yesterday. So I'm doing a bit of that this weekend, hopefully when I have a bit of time. We met up with the team called Caffeine Overflow, which doesn't really apply to me because I'm more of a hot chocolate kind of guy. I've had 2 or 3 yesterday and 1 this morning. Emily left. She went back to Boston after our lovely bike ride and morning breakfast. She left me with some flowers. She bought some flowers for me yesterday. And fans of this channel, my fans, who there are so many of, will know that I absolutely love flowers. These smell wonderful, they are wonderful, but I can't really focus on them right now. I need to continue coding, doing some graphs, and doing also a bit of the presentation for tomorrow morning for the end of the hackathon. So let's go. So, a bit about our project. First of all, we worked on Google Colab, which is like Google Drive, but with code, where everyone in the team could run the code from different places at once. That was super useful. Our project was to try and distinguish between healthy and COVID positive patients using only chest x-rays. And so we started doing that with just loading some chest x-rays from data we found online. There's 196 pictures for the test set. Then we created the model. And so the model is a CNN, convolutional neural network, which is basically an artificial intelligence kind of algorithm using 3 layers where the images are analyzed and then it tells you if it's COVID positive or not. We also tried to evaluate it, but because it was the beginning of the day, it didn't work that well. So, a little update on the hackathon. We decided to, in the end, train our model with 10 epochs of 3 steps each. It's basically running again and again and again 10 times. I think that's how it works. And the accuracy is improving in general, so that it learns and it gets better at detecting if x-rays are from healthy people or from people with COVID-19. And then the validation accuracy is getting pretty good because we've got a training set and a validation set. So how to evaluate the model? We decided to first of all have a heat map, which we want more of the values that are 0 to B0 and more of the values that are 1 to B1. So a lot of values come in here, which is good. It means it's great accuracy. And a little are here because the model is not perfect. And if it were, it would be a bit worrying because it shouldn't be 100% perfect. It would be overfitting, or there would be something wrong with the model. I do think so. And then we can test images, like for example, I've uploaded an image. I know myself if it's a normal or COVID-19 image, but by just uploading the image, technically the model has no way of knowing except from what it learned before. So it analyzes the image and at the end it ends up with a 1, meaning that a 1 is normal, and it is an image of a normal person without COVID-19. Then we decided to plot also the evolution of the accuracy from the training set. It goes up a bit. From the validation set, it's quite high. It's above 90%. And the loss function goes down, which is also a good thing. Then we put all of that in some PowerPoint that we started to do, because tomorrow at 10 a.m. we'll have to do our presentation. This is our basic PowerPoint with our team name over here. And yeah, this is basically it, a little bit of introduction. presenting our project, our team, what we did, what we used as data. This is still needed to be done. Is for reverse engineering the algorithm, basically to try and see which areas of the photos are used to know if it's COVID or not, because that is interesting. Here is, for example, some of the data analysis it does in the background by changing different aspects of the pictures, and then all of that is used in learning for the algorithm. And the data is shown, and at the end we'll ask for questions. Yeah, that's basically it. We've been working on it with my team for the past day and a half, and especially today was almost all of that. Like, that was most of the presentation and trying to run the model a bit, trying to find the good parameters that makes it a better model. I've also just looked through Google and YouTube on some theory about CNNs. CNN, which I'm talking about, I don't know if I explained already in the video, it's convolutional neural network. It's basically an algorithm that has many layers, and through the layers it transforms the images into a bit more abstract images. And from the more abstract images, it has an idea of the different categories it should go in. That's basically the bulk of it, but it's much more complex. It's more complex than I can understand right now fully. There's some layers that are used to drop some of the analysis because we don't want to have overfitting values. There's certain functions that we use to kind of randomize the data. It's kind of I don't know all of that, but there are some people on my team that know more than me, and that's always good to have. Eating some pizza for dinner, that's always cool. So, little update on the day. It's 1 a.m. So it's the end of the day. It's 1 a.m. We worked a lot today on, at the same time, the code and the presentation. We've also written an abstract, because that's one of the criteria for the hackathon. An abstract with introduction, methods used, code, results, and conclusion. So all of that in a neat document. We've almost done that. We're very close to finishing the presentation, at least the physical presentation. We're still practicing our oral presentation because it needs to be 4 minutes and we are at 7 minutes. Like, it needs to be 4 minutes with 5 speakers, less than 1 minute each, with like 1 or 2 slides. It's pretty dense, so we'll try to do that. And right now we're finished for the day for the most part. 1 or 2 people in the team are still working on their own parts. Sorry. We'll meet up tomorrow at 8:30 to practice the presentation, do the final submission for the abstract presentation, our code and our demos, then do our presentation in front of the judges, and then there will be the prize announcements, the judging, and the closing ceremony of the hackathon. See you later. So on the day of the presentation, I didn't have much time to film anything because we were on a tight schedule, tried to submit everything on time. Anyways, enjoy this bit. I feel like I made some typical hackathon food. It's basically tortilla chips with tomato sauce and some cheese. Because I don't have the time. I just have like 10 more minutes to eat my lunch, and then we're going back on GatherTown online to do our presentation in front of the judges. That's at 12:44, so in like 15-20 minutes. At the end of the day, they announced the winners for each prize categories. So for the Grand Challenge, Team Titan won $200. Also for the Innovative Solution, another team won also $200. That team was Core Slicer. And then there was the Best Classification category, which was one of the categories which we opt in. We opt in for Best Classification and Best Image Visualization. And to everyone's surprise, we won. We won Best Classification at the hackathon. And because we were all excited, I forgot to record the next prize category, Best Visualization, which we also won. So we won 2 prizes. We were the only team to win 2 prizes during the hackathon, Best Classification and Best visualization, which was just awesome. So that's it. It was an amazing experience, a great hackathon, and we won 2 prizes. I'm gonna get my $40 soon, I hope, from the McGill team that organized it. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you like those kind of videos, do subscribe, like, comment, do whatever, and amazing videos coming very soon. I just need to edit them, but I promise you, you're gonna love them. See you soon.